You lead meetings, you manage teams, you deliver results, but deep down something feels off. The pressure keeps building, your team feels disconnected, and no matter how much you do, it never feels like enough. What if the real issue isn't your strategy, but your brain? In this video, you'll discover how neuroscience can transform your leadership, helping you lead with clarity, inspire through emotion, and build teams that actually work. And if this resonates with you, hit like and subscribe. It helps YouTube recommend content that unlocks your leadership potential. Let's dive in. Your leadership starts in the brain. Modern leadership doesn't begin in the boardroom, it begins inside your head. Every decision you make, every reaction under pressure, every moment of empathy, or lack of it, all of it originates in your brain. Leadership isn't just behavior, it's biology. Your ability to think, connect, influence, and stay calm. That's neural, it's chemistry, it's pattern, it's trainable. You don't need more techniques, you need to understand the machine running the show. Because when you lead your brain, you lead everything else better. Mental energy, your most underrated resource. Your brain is 2% of your body, but it burns 20% of your energy. Mental energy is the fuel for high-quality leadership. And once it's gone, you don't just get tired, you lose clarity, empathy, patience, and decision-making power. When you walk into meetings already drained, you're not bringing your best. You're bringing your leftovers. Leadership requires strategy, but strategy requires energy. If you want to lead better, protect your mental bandwidth, cut the noise, reduce the multitasking, stop treating every meeting like it's life or death. Because if your mind is cluttered, your leadership will be too. Willpower isn't infinite, and that's okay. You see, willpower is not a permanent switch, it's more like a battery, and, well, it runs out. Ever made a poor decision at the end of a long day, lost your temper when you swore you'd stay calm? That's not weakness, that's biology. Every hard decision, every moment of restraint drains your self-control reserves. Smart leaders know when to protect that energy. They automate small decisions, they schedule the hard stuff in the morning, they don't try to power through, they plan through. What's one bad decision you've made? Not because you didn't know better, but because you were mentally spent. Big leadership starts with better questions. Most people focus on what and how. High-level leaders ask why. Why does this matter? Why are we doing this now? Why are we reacting instead of creating? When your brain lives in constant urgency, it can't see beyond the next fire. But when you zoom out, ask better questions, you shift from firefighter to visionary. If you feel like you're always busy but never moving forward, maybe you're stuck in the wrong questions. Ask yourself, am I chasing action or leading with intention? Strong values are a leadership shortcut. When the pressure hits, you don't rise to the occasion. You fall back on your core values. Or the lack of them. Clear values equal automatic clarity. Neuroscience proves your brain makes faster, better decisions when operating from strong internal frameworks. If your team knows what you stand for, they won't need to ask what you expect. They'll feel it, follow it, live it. Don't just write your values down, live them out. What are 3 values you refuse to compromise on, even when it's hard? Drop them in the comments. Burnout isn't weakness, it's a brain in survival mode. We glorify overwork, hustle, sacrifice, but your brain doesn't care about your badge of honor. Push too long without rest, it'll shut down functions to survive. You'll feel it in your focus, your patience, your creativity. That's not burnout, that's your brain waving a white flag. Recovery isn't optional, it's strategic. You can't pour from an empty mind. You can't lead when your nervous system is in collapse. Self-care isn't soft, it's smart leadership. Have you ever hit that point where you gave everything and still felt like you had nothing left? You're not alone and you're not broken. Emotions are data, not distractions. We've been told, don't let emotions interfere with your leadership, but neuroscience says that's impossible. Emotion comes before logic. Every time. You feel before you think, so ignoring your emotions isn't strength, it's blindness. Emotional intelligence means using emotion as a signal, as guidance, as strategic input. Teams respond to how you make them feel, not just what you tell them to do. So next time you're triggered, pause. Ask, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Ever walked into a room and instantly felt tension before anyone spoke? That's emotional contagion. Your team picks up on your cues, your tone, your body language. If you show up stressed, people feel it. If you show up grounded, they'll mirror that too. As a leader, your emotional state isn't private, it's cultural. Want a more focused, energized, calm team? Be the source. Your habits are leading you. Leadership isn't what you intend to do, it's what you do on repeat. Your brain loves routines because they save energy, but not all habits serve you. If you're always late, distracted, defensive, reactive, that's not just who you are, it's a brain loop. But here's the good news, loops can be rewritten, and small shifts create massive ripple effects. So, which habit is silently sabotaging your leadership? Don't just prepare for the meeting, prepare your mind. We prep for presentations, agendas, reports, but what about your mental state? Great leaders don't just walk in, they show up mentally, emotionally, energetically. Your brain needs signals to shift gears. That's why rituals matter. A breath, a pause, a grounding question. These tiny habits create presence, and presence changes everything. Connection comes before collaboration. You can't lead people you haven't connected with, not really. Your team doesn't just hear your words, they feel your presence, your availability, your attention. Before collaboration comes connection. Before strategy comes safety. Leadership starts with eye contact, with listening, with showing up human. Be honest, do people feel seen when they're with you? Influence isn't about convincing, it's about activating. Want to lead more effectively? Learn how to speak to the brain. People change when three parts are activated: logic, emotion, and habit. That's why stories work. Why? Because triggers agreement. Why vision is more powerful than instructions. You don't need to speak more, you need to speak smarter. Next time you pitch an idea, ask, am I appealing to the whole brain or just the surface? Your brain can change, and so can you. Think you're just not good at public speaking, giving feedback, managing conflict. That's a script, not a truth. Your brain is plastic. It rewires itself with use. Neuroplasticity is real, and so is your potential. Growth isn't just a choice, it's a biological process waiting for repetition. So what have you avoided learning just because it's uncomfortable? Feedback builds stronger brain maps. Feedback isn't criticism, it's clarity. When delivered right, timely, specific, and honest, it reshapes how the brain stores experience. But most leaders delay feedback or deliver it with fear. Real leaders offer feedback not to control, but to calibrate. If you want your team to grow, don't wait for review season, coach in real time. Change yourself, change the room. Want to change your team? Start with your state. You are the model your team mirrors. More than your strategy, they follow your nervous system. Leadership isn't top-down, it's inside-out. Change how you think, change how you show up, and you'll transform the room without saying a word. What if leadership isn't about doing more, but about becoming more aware? Today you've seen that neuroscience doesn't just explain how we lead, it shows us how to lead better. From burnout to focus, from habit to influence, from mental noise to emotional presence. Leadership is no longer guesswork, it's biology, it's trainable, it's in your hands. If this video helped you shift your mindset, leave a like and hit subscribe. It tells the algorithm you're serious about becoming the kind of leader the world needs more of. And now, share in the comments. What insight from today's video hit you the hardest?